Good afternoon, boys and girls. I am here to do my 4th and 5th grade read aloud of Skellig. We left off yesterday where Michael, his baby sister, has to go back into the hospital. So the whole family is kind of upset and frazzled, and his mom was really upset and kind of yelled at him. He didn't need to be yelled at, but it was because she was just upset. He also asked where shoulder blades. He's been learning about the human body in school, and he asked about what shoulder blades are used for. Which are the back here. If you go like this, you can feel them. And they were sketching the skeleton, and he was wondering what they were used for. And his mom said that they were my favorite quote, that they were part of the story we just read. That his mom explaining that some believe that when you're an angel and you come to earth, that's where your wings were. And then when you go back up to heaven, that's where your wings grow back. And she kind of explained that the baby is kind of stuck between heaven and earth. And that's why she feels like she's having so many problems on earth. Because she's not quite, it's not an angel, but she's also not ready for earth yet. So she's kind of stuck in between, which I thought was really sweet and heartbreaking too, because the baby's having a lot of troubles. So the family's going through a lot of hard times. And the man wasn't in this one too much. So let's get to chapter 13. We ended in chapter 12 where he looked outside after all this had happened with the baby. Mom left for the hospital. She had to go back right away. And he sees Nina in the backyard. Chapter 13. You're unhappy, she said. I stood there looking up at her. The baby's back in the hospital, I said. She sighed. She gazed at a bird that was wheeling high above. It looks like she's going... She sighed again. Would you like me to take you somewhere? She said. Somewhere? Somewhere secret. Somewhere nobody knows about. I looked back at the house and saw Dad through the dining room window. I looked at Nina, and her eyes went right through me. 5 minutes, she said. He won't even know you're gone. I crossed my fingers. Come on, she whispered, and I opened the gate and slipped out into the back road. Quickly, she whispered, and she bent low and started to run. At the end of the street, she turned into another back lane. The houses behind the walls here were bigger and higher and older. The back gardens were longer and had tall trees in them. It was Crow Road. She stopped outside a dark green gate. She took a key from somewhere, unlocked it, slipped inside. I followed her. Something brushed against my leg. I looked down and saw a cat that had come in through the gate with us. Whisper, said Nina, and she grinned. What? The cat's called Whisper. You'll see him everywhere. The house was blackened stone. The windows were boarded up. Nina ran to the door and opened it. There was a painted red sign over the door. Danger. Take no notice, she said. It's just to keep vandals and criminals out. She stepped inside. Come on, she whispered. Quickly. I went in and Whisper entered at my side. It was pitch black in there. I could see nothing. Nina took my hand. Don't stop, she said, and she led me forward. So they're in some house that's abandoned. She led me up some wide stairs. As my eyes got used to the gloom, I made out the shapes of the boarded windows, of dark doorways and broad landings. We ascended 3 stairways, past 3 landings. Then the stairs narrowed and we came to a final narrow doorway. The attic, she whispered. Stay very still in there. They might not want you to be there. They might attack you. What might? How brave are you? They know me, and they know Whisper, but they don't know you. How brave are you? As brave as me? I stared at her. How could I know? You are, she said. You have to be. She turned the handle. She held her breath. She took my hand again, led me inside, closed the door behind us. She hunched down on the floor. She pulled me down as well. The cat lay quietly at our side. Stay very still, she whispered. Stay very quiet. Just once. We were right inside the roof. It was a wide open room with a sloping ceiling. The floorboards were split and uneven. Plaster had fallen from the walls. Light came in through an arched window that jutted out through the roof. Glass was scattered on the floor below the window. You could see the rooftops and steeples of the town through it, and the clouds turning red as they began to close. I held my breath. The room darkened and reddened as the sun went down. "What will happen?" I whispered. "Just watch. Watch and wait." Then she trembled. "Look! Look!" A pale bird rose from some corner of the room and flew silently to the window. It stood there, looking out. Then came another, wheeling once around the room, its wings beating within inches of our faces before it too settled before the window. I didn't breathe. Nina gripped my hand. I watched the birds, the way their broad, round faces turned to each other, the way their claws gripped the window frame. Then they went, flying silently out into the red dust. "Owls," whispered Nina. "Tawny owls." And she looked right into me again and laughed. "Sometimes they'll attract intruders, but they saw you were with me. They knew you were okay." She pointed to the back wall, a gaping hole where some plaster and bricks had fallen in. "That's the nest," she said. "There's chicks in there. Don't go near. They'll defend them to the death." She laughed at my stunned silence. "Come on," she whispered. "Be quick." And we left the attic and ran down the broad stairs and out of the house and into the garden. She locked the door in the garden gate, and we ran through the lanes to our backyard. "Tell nobody," she whispered. "No," I said. "Hope to die," she said. "What? Cross your heart and hope to die?" "Cross my heart and hope to die." "Good," she said. And then she ran away with Whisper at her heels. I stepped back through our gate, and there was Dad, beyond the dining room window, freshening up to paint the walls. Okay, so we'll stop there. So Nina kind of showed him this secret house that's abandoned. But something we know about Nina is that she loves birds, and she loves bird watching. She thinks they're like amazing animals. So they were able to see kind of these owls that were nesting in the attic of this abandoned old home. So she kind of showed him something, which is kind of interesting. And I think it's kind of nice that Michael has a friend. She kind of gets his mind off of things, because he was pretty down before that. All he was thinking about is his baby sister, and that he thinks she's going to die. So it's kind of nice that he has Nina around. Okay, I hope you had a great afternoon, and I will read the next chapter in Skellig tomorrow. Have a great night. Miss you all. Hope to see you soon, and stay well.